Hey y'all, what's up? Jamie, that's me here. Welcome back to the channel, okay? Welcome back to another quick chat. There are a few topics that has come across my social media desk that I want to chit chat with you guys about real quickly. But before we get into that, definitely go ahead and like up the video if you have yet to do so. Also, be sure to subscribe to the channel as well, okay? So first off, I want to go ahead and talk about Jerry Springer, okay? Very shocking news, at least for me, because I just was not expecting this. Like, who's expecting Jerry Springer to pass away, right? But I think what shocked me even more was to learn that he had cancer. You know, a lot of times when there are health issues going on with a lot of celebrities, most of the time they let the public know about that. And I did not know anything about Jerry Springer being sick at all. Whenever I saw photos of him, he looked like he was just, as healthy as he could be for his age, in all honesty. So I was completely shocked. I was like, what? Jerry Springer? Are you crazy? So completely shocked, especially with this coming right after I learned about one of my college professors passing away. He was my favorite college professor in communications, media, and very tough to hear that he had been sick for some time, and I didn't know that either. And yeah, he passed away. We were friends on Facebook, but I couldn't find him. I think that he may have, of course, deactivated his Facebook. So rest in peace to Mr. Himsel, because that was like my teacher, baby. You feel what I'm saying? Like, wow, that was my teacher. I had wanted to go to law school and major in, go to law school specifically for entertainment law, after taking his law of communications class, because it was a really hard class and a lot of people really struggled to pass that class on the first try, but I passed it with the A on the first time around. And I don't know, I just fell in love with that class, wanted to take it all over again, right? But yeah, I did apply to college, got accepted, applied to law school, got accepted, but then decided not to go. I relocated. But anyway, shout out to Mr. Hemsel. May he rest in peace. And here we are with Jerry Springer. May he rest in peace as well. They're saying that Jerry Springer passed away at the age of 79 years old after losing his battle to cancer. And I did not know that. But what they were saying is that a family spokesperson says Jerry had been diagnosed with cancer for a few months, okay? It was just a few months ago when they learned, and this week it took a turn for the worse, and he died at his home in Chicago. And I don't know why I always thought Jerry was in California. Now it got me wondering if he was in Chicago. I wonder if that's where the Jerry Springer show was filmed as well. Was that also filmed in Chicago? I wouldn't be surprised if it was, but not too sure. But, I used to rush home so I could watch me some Jerry Springer, baby, when I got off that bus, honey. Because I had to see what was going on. I believe it was Jerry Springer and Jenny Jones that I used to bounce between. And, I feel like Jerry's show would come on at different times, though, because I feel like it would come on in midday, and then it will also come on in the afternoons. And then I think after that, it eventually probably merged to later in the day, because Maury Povich, I believe, started to come on a little earlier than Jerry. And Jerry would come on like at 5 after Maury or something like that. But at that point, Maury started to be the guy that we were watching the most when it came down to you are the father, you are not the father type of content. Because Jerry Springer used to have a lot of fights. And we used to be in there, Jerry, girl, we used to be in there watching the fights and ready to see the people throw down. But I don't know if people started to complain, saying this is too much for TV or something, because then they stopped showing us the fights and they started zoning in on the audience or zoning in on the host or something. So after a while, it was kind of like, why watch it if I ain't gonna be able to really see them fight? I'm only gonna be seeing reactions. Like, I want to see them fight. You know what I'm saying? And if there was any uproar, I wouldn't be surprised if people were more upset about the fights that we would see on Jerry Springer versus the ladies. Remember, Jerry Springer used to have those ladies in their bikinis and dancing and everything, all in the little pools or the little blow-up pool or whatever it was. Like, Jerry used to be on some explicit type of For real, girl. High key, Jerry really should have been off air. Like, they should have been snipped that bite, girl. They should have been cut him off. Right. But he also used to, censor a lot of things. But I believe that he used to sell like the DVDs, the uncensored, explicit stuff or whatever like that, after the, like on DVD or something like that. I feel like that would happen, like after the show, they would do like a promotion for it or whatever. But I would love to go and binge watch some Jerry, primarily the episodes where people were over there throwing them hands, okay? I can't think of some of my favorite ones, but I do know one of the ones that pops in mind is when they had the Ku Klux Klan folks on there and the black folks was over there ready to throw the fuck down, baby. Do you hear what I say? So that was real interesting, honey. Real interesting. And Jerry used to be so funny the way he used to crack his jokes on people or throw his shade, but he'll make sure he was all the way in the middle of the audience so people couldn't get to him. Hilarious, okay? Hilarious. And his top bodyguard was Steve, and Steve was able to spin off and get his own Steve Wilkos show and all of that. So, girl, we are going to miss Jerry. TV really ain't been the same since they changed it. I think the fighting and things started with Miss Ricky Lake. I think Ricky Lake was the one that got the action started at 9 in the mornings when, the ladies and the men used to throw their hands on stage. Then eventually we saw Jerry Springer getting with it, But it all started to fizzle out and die down when they would no longer let us see the fights, but more so zone in on the reactions of the crowd and Ricky Lake. But what's funny is when Ricky Lake also had some slick shade to throw too, she would make sure she was at in the middle of her audience or at the very top too. Hilarious. But I really hate that. I hate that Jerry Springer has passed on, but they said that he died peacefully in his home. So rest in peace to Jerry Springer, honey. We will never forget you. You definitely left behind a legacy for sure. Okay? For sure. You guys leave your thoughts and comments down below. How y'all felt about this news? Because I was like, damn, not Jerry. Whew, not Jerry, honey. Somebody go over there and check on Maury Povich and make sure he okay. Matter of fact, slide over there and check on Jenny Jones too, because I used to enjoy me some Jenny Jones as well. Now, she didn't really have too many of the fights. I don't think Jenny had the fights. But what Jenny had that I loved was the makeovers. Was the back then you didn't want me, now I'm hot, they all on me. Okay, I used to love when they used to call people from like high school or back in the day that used to like shade them or joke on them or be bullies or whatever, and they get to show them, yeah, you did all that then, but look at what I look like now. I used to love all of that, right? But I don't think she had, and then I think it used to be times where people had to reveal that they had cheated on somebody or something, girl. Like, so Jenny we had some good talk shows, bro. We had some good, entertaining talk shows. I don't know what we have now. Yes, I do. We have stupid-ass podcasts. That's what we have now. We have unnecessary podcasts is what we have, okay? We have people that fake act and force scenarios for clout and trending on social media. That is what we have as entertainment now. Noted, okay? But rest in peace to Jerry Springer. You guys leave your thoughts and comments down below regarding that, okay? We're going to go ahead and slide over, and let's see what else we have. Red Table Talk. Red Table Talk is actually getting canceled. Y'all know it was exclusively over on Facebook Watch. But what we're learning is that it's not just Red Table Talk that's getting canceled. There are a host of shows that are getting canceled because what's happening is that Facebook Watch is shutting down that programming, okay? For me, I really just watched The Ball in the Family, for real. They was the ones that I would go over there and tune into the most. I would catch Red Table Talk every now and again. I'm not sure what other shows they had over there on Facebook Watch, but I do wonder, although they're kind of like shutting that down, the Facebook Watch area, are they going to continue to keep the content up so that we can go back and watch from time to time or whatever the case is? That's what I am wondering, okay? Y'all know Red Table Talk has Jada Pinkett Smith, her daughter Willow, and her mother Adrian that are all a part of that show. Now, they're saying, according to Variety, the show's production company, which is Westbrook Studios, who I do believe is owned by Will Smith and Jada Pinkett. I want to believe that is their production company. But they're saying that the show's production company, Westbrook Studios, is reportedly looking for a new distributor for the series, which features Jada, her daughter, and her mother. So it looks like it's not going to be the end for them at all. So yes, Will Smith and Jada Smith are the owners of Westbrook. So that is their company. And I'm wondering where they're going to go to next, because when I think of Red Table Talk, it kind of makes me think of when Oprah does her sit downs on the OWN network, and it makes me think a little bit of Iyanla Fix My Life. So I do wonder if they might go over to the OWN network. And y'all know Oprah does not own like in the capacity in which she used to. She owns a little percentage because now it's owned by Discovery, majority of it. Okay, they have a majority stake in that company. But I wonder if she would consider going over there. Now we do know that Bel Air is over at Peacock. With it being over at Peacock, we know that Westbrook Studios already has some type of established relationship there. Peacock and a lot of these apps are all about bringing people to their app. So with that being said, I wouldn't be surprised if we might end up finding out that they're going to be streaming over at Peacock as well. So we'll just have to wait and see what's going to be in store for Red Table Talk. Y'all got to let me know if you're going to be tuning in and whether you were already tuning in. As for me, like I said, I didn't watch it as much. I feel like the last episode I may have seen was either the Jordan Wood situation or the August Alsina situation that Jada and Will Smith spoke on, right? So I'll go over there from time to time, but I don't even think the show was on consistently all the time. I don't think it was on like every Wednesday at this time or whatever the case was. I don't think it was like that. I feel like it used to pop up sporadically, but don't quote me. All right. But once this news dropped, the ladies did come to the front, and this is what they had to say. They said, "We are so grateful to have had such a beautiful partnership with Facebook Watch, and we are sorry to see the entire team disband." Okay. They said, "We wish everyone well in their new journeys to come. We at Red Table Talk are in talks of finding a new home, and we'll see you soon." So again, they are confirming that they are still on the hunt for something more, and we'll just have to wait and see exactly where they land. Okay, so good luck to the ladies of Red Table Talk. Now let's go ahead and move on. Let's see what else we got over here. All right, Miss Beyonce. Let's talk about Beyonce real quick, okay? Because they're saying Beyonce is fighting back against the IRS after they cite her for owing $2.7 million in taxes, claims it's an error on the government's end because they did not allow her charitable donations. Girl, they've been over here doing something. I don't know what they got going on. I hope Beyonce has been keeping up, or whoever's on her team been keeping up with all of her records and stuff, because, girl, just can't trust them too well, okay? They be trying to hit you from years ago, knowing that you probably ain't got all your paperwork from years ago. So hopefully she got her paperwork from years ago. They're saying Beyonce is fighting back at the IRS after they cited the singer for owing $2.7 million in taxes. They claim that Bey owes money for the years of 2018 and 2019. But she says they miscalculated big time, okay? Beyonce said, not me. You could try everybody else, but what you not finna do, baby, you not finna try up Beyonce, period, okay? So she says, or at least the article says, according to United States tax court documents obtained by Page 6, Beyonce filed a petition on April 17th in which she argued that the IRS made several errors in their determination of her 2018 and 2019 tax returns. According to the notice, the deficiency, the IRS claims Beyonce owes $805,850 for 2018 and $1,442,000 for 2019, plus an additional $449,000 in combined penalties. And not y'all over here talking about this lady owe all this money, then y'all trying to sit up here and also get an extra off of her damn penalties. Like, I don't be understanding the penalty policy and why we even think that it's legit. And I know a lot of us may not care because Beyonce is rich, but I'm not even looking at it as just like Beyonce being a rich woman. I'm just looking at it as just like a person in general. If they owe back taxes, why is they having to pay the penalties too? Like, I don't know. It just made me kind of think about like a power bill or something. If somebody's late on a utility bill, chances are they probably did not have that money, right? Let's say they did or didn't or forgot, whatever it is. Why are they being penalized for not paying that? Like, why? Like, if they didn't have the $150 to give you, why you add another $50, making it that much more harder for them to pay the damn $150? You see what I'm saying? So therefore, they got to pay you $200. Like, girl, like, girl, that just set me on a little. I just hate how society is. Like, I just hate this world we live in sometimes. Like, I just cannot fucking stand how it's set up. You know what I'm saying? And the government be barely working for the people, but stay taken from it. But let me go ahead and keep going. They're saying the dispute filed by her attorney says that an itemized deduction of $868,000, which was a charity contribution in 2018, should be allowed. All right. It's unclear where exactly she donated that specific amount, but it's no secret that Beyonce gives back frequently, especially through her Bay Good Foundation. All right. They're saying the petition also alleged that the IRS allegedly disallowed portions of Beyonce's business income deductions, utilities, insurance management fees, legal services, and professional services of 2018 and 2019, respectively. Okay, they're saying she says that even if she did owe any money back to the IRS, then the penalty should not apply because she has acted reasonably and in good faith. I'm with her on that too. Like, again, that's what I was just talking about. Why the fuck am I paying you a penalty for something y'all just now catching? And then y'all didn't even do it right. So let's go ahead and like, let's break this on the fuck down here. So why somebody asked in the comments something, you can fight them back? Yeah, you can. You don't have to just accept what they say. You know what I'm saying? They audit you. You can audit them. Like, pull it up. Like, what? Like, let's talk. Get you a text of a person that's specializes that as an attorney or whatever, and have them look into that. You know what I'm saying? Depends on what you owe, because some of them might be too small. You might just be like, girl, fuck, let me get these folk their money. But you just never know. I mean, I would think that you could question them, even if they did send you paperwork. I feel like they would at least say if you have any questions or whatever, or if you would like to dispute this, like you should be able to. Period. Because it could be an error on their damn end. Hell, they didn't even have enough people to help do the damn taxes and identify what's owed, what's this, what's that. Then they have to do a lot of hiring and stuff. So it could have been a mess up on their end. So we'll have to find out and see. But Beyonce said, hold up, bitch, not me. Y'all not finna play on my topic. Even if that is the case, I shouldn't owe you hoes no penalty. Girl, y'all should pay me for my time. Pay me for my pain. Pay me for my time. And y'all can say the bullshit because everything is mine. That's what y'all finna do. Don't fuck around and get sued. Okay? Trying to play on my top and my coin. No, ma'am. All right, so that's what's going on with Miss Beyonce. Hopefully she get it squared away, honey. We don't want to see her in no situation like Lil' Kim, where it took Lil' Kim about a decade for her to clear up whatever millions of dollars that she owed to the IRS and stuff too, okay? So hopefully Miss Beyonce get that squared away before she start this tour, honey. Because we don't want nothing interfering with you giving the girls what it is that they want, okay? I'm just letting you know, all right? So that's all we got on Beyonce, honey. Good luck. Let's keep going. All right, let's see what else we have here. Oh, Usher. Real quick, this is going to be real brief. I saw Usher do an interview and he was talking about Super Bowl. Somebody asked him whether or not he would be open to doing the Super Bowl. And he was like, it's definitely not an opportunity I'm finna pass up. Some part of me is like, do we have to continue to keep having this conversation about Usher headlining or whatever, or performing at the Super Bowl for halftime? Like, this really shouldn't even be a conversation. Like, that's just what it should be. However, I'm like, no, we do need to keep having these conversations because people need to know, i.e. Jay-Z, and the people need to know how much Usher is desired to perform at the Super Bowl. So if we got to keep reminding y'all, then maybe that's just what we got to do. Y'all need to let Usher perform. He has performed with Will.i.am for some other stuff. Y'all done had Rihanna performing, all of that. Usher, in my opinion, probably got way more hits than Rihanna. Ain't no telling who else has graced the stage of Super Bowl, and Usher has more hits than them as well. So, yeah, I would like to see him perform. You know, I would like to see him do his motherfucking thing, and I think that America would get their entire life. Now, I am glad I saw him at Dreamville, but I ain't gonna lie, I still would like to go out there to Vegas. I'm just not gonna hold y'all, girl. I would love to go out there to Vegas and see him perform before this residency is done, and then I would like to catch him again on my TV screen come next Super Bowl. All right, so y'all figure that out. Y'all get that together. The people will be waiting and the people will be supporting, period. Okay, so let's go ahead and scoot over. Y'all leave y'all thoughts and comments down below, honey. All right, girl, this right here, let's talk. Let's talk real quick. So they're saying, shout out to the NC Beats, okay, over there on Instagram and Facebook. So they're saying Georgia student who assaulted her teacher over her phone sentenced to 1 year in jail for aggravated battery against a teacher. And I saw that. And, you know, she kept trying to get her phone from the teacher. I think the teacher was trying to put her out the room or whatever the case was. And you can hear the students in the background, like, overhyping things. Like, you know, like, kids like to overhype stuff. And it's like, y'all be letting these students overhype and pump fake you mother into getting expelled from school, suspended, whatever it is. Because I know a lot of times we feel like, oh my God, these kids and their cell phones, they feel so attached to their phones. But it's not even just the phones. It's the hype and the clout that they get inside the classroom of other people hyping them. And I feel like it's always been that way, even when we were in school, you know, when people just like that was always our thing, like like it's always something like that, and it's like, okay, that heightens a person's emotions, and they ready to like throw hands. So the kids were kind of like saying little stuff, and so she just thought she was in the right. Couldn't have been my fucking daughter, because I would have sat up there and whooped her. Remember, I don't know if y'all remember when parents used to come to the classroom and whoop your ass in the class. Baby, I do. I was either in the 3rd or 4th grade. And I think this boy name was Jonathan. I think it was Jonathan, girl. Tall, lanky Jonathan. Girl, I don't know if it was his mama or his grandmama that came beat him over in that classroom. And she definitely whooped that ass in the classroom, baby. Not even gonna hold y'all. He was acting up. Teacher told, came to the classroom. And just whooped that ass. You know what I'm saying? So, girl, It can happen. It can happen. You had some kids whose parents will come and go to school with them that whole day. You know, and maybe these kids these days need that. But girl, the way cost of living is, motherfuckers can't afford to come sit there in the classroom with the kids, because they be working so damn much. But we would hope that y'all would have enough time to discipline them so they know how to respect their elders in the classrooms. You know what I'm saying? So, girl, I'll never forget, girl, I was in the 9th grade, bro. My teacher was out, my history teacher. She was out that week, and we had a teacher in there, and I was one of them students, though. I don't talk about this little girl. I was one of them students, girl. I ain't never, like, you know what I'm saying, swing on no teacher, but I legit got me an attitude with her, not gonna hold you. So I couldn't stand her anyway. I think her name was, like, Miss Harrison. She was an old lady, though, but it was somebody. I don't like the lady. And my desk was like right in front of this hole. And one day, I don't know what she said to us. I think I didn't like her because she used to get smart with other kids in the classroom. And I felt like, but you're not finna get smart with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't talk about none of that stuff. You talking about, ma'am, what you not finna do? You're not finna talk to me like that, ma'am. That's what we not finna do. So she was in the classroom, and she had got some coffee one day, and she spilled it all over my teacher's desk. And everybody in the class was like, ooh. And she was like, shut up. I was like, I started laughing. I said, I'm going to tell her. I'm going to tell her you did it. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, shut up. You ain't going to do that. Shut up. I'm like, I don't know who you talking to. I am going to tell her whatever it was, and I got an attitude or whatever. Like, she was like, get out. I was like, okay. And girl, I politely took my shit real slow. Like, I'll get out. I think the first time I sat there for a bit, I think she had to tell me to get out a few times. So I got my stuff real slow. Girl, I went up to their office or whatever like that, girl, like, yeah, because what you not finna, no, that's what I told. I said, no, you not finna talk to me like that. I said, girl, my mama don't even talk to me like that, home girl, and you not finna talk to me. Like, girl, I was rude. I had like a really bad attitude, but I've grown up a lot. But that's what I said to her. When I said, ooh, I'm gonna tell her, she was like, shut up, you ain't gonna do that, whatever it was. I was like, girl, don't talk to me like that. Like, my mom don't even talk to me like that. You not finna talk to me like that either. So I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Like, girl, I ain't cussed at her, but I snapped on her. You know what I'm saying? And girl, she put me out, and I left. I got the hell on. I did. And when my teacher got back, my teacher got me together outside. She got me together, my black teacher. She got me together. She went off on me, girl. And this is what I couldn't stand, when they know your family. Because you know I know your mama. And you know I know your grandma. So don't you ever talk to me like that. You understand? Because I do not care. Do you hear me? She pulled me outside and got me together, girl. I was like, all right, yeah, girl, whatever, honey. Yeah, you know my family, bitch. Let me go in and sit my down. Okay? But period. My mama taught me to stand up for myself. I don't care who you is. Don't talk to me like that. My mama taught me like that. Don't do that. I don't know who you are. She got me together. But girl, I would have never squared up on no teacher though. Like that, like I'll get an attitude because I was an attitude type of girl. But I would never like raise up and hit no teacher. If some got taken from me, I may have a little attitude or whatever like that. And that's it. But I'm not finna sit up there and swing on nobody, fight nobody. That's just not I wasn't that bad, you know. But this young lady, she done got these people to overhype her. She's only 15 years old out here in Georgia. They said she went viral for assaulting her teacher, and the teacher tried to confiscate her phone. They're saying this little girl has now been sentenced to 1 year behind bars, and upon release will receive 5 years of supervised probation. Baby, you finna be behind. You better hope while you locked up for that 1 year, these people finna give you some work so you can still be on the same grade level as your other friends. But I don't feel bad for you at all, because y'all kids gonna learn y'all motherfucking lesson. Everybody not gonna be able to sit up here and throw hands on the teacher and all this and that and think it ain't gonna be no consequences and you just gonna either get expelled from school or whatever the case is. Like, nah, and I don't want to hear none of the parents crying. I don't want to hear none of the whining. I don't want to hear none of that. I don't want to hear it. No. Because if had you got her ass together and told her what it is she need to do and all this other stuff, then she probably wouldn't have went to school showing her ass like that. Because she just should have been taught better. That's just what I think about it, right? I just feel like how you treat this teacher in this manner, it do make me wonder how you be with your mama. If you over there wanting to raise up and like and hit a teacher, then it will make me think that the respect for your parent is a bit low. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, because I feel like it's so many levels to that, right? Because some kids may not do that to their parents at the household. Maybe their parents are bullies to them. So then when they go to school, they feel like they can just like take their aggression out on someone else, right? And maybe that could have been that girl's, you know, maybe that could have been her situation. But what's also sad is if this young lady could have possibly been a good student, an AB honor roll student or whatever the case is, and now you just put yourself up over a cell phone and over people hyping you up in the classroom, and now guess what? Everybody got to watch you. Them same folks that was like, hyping you up are the same ones that's going to be watching you walk right into their jail for a whole damn year. And then you're going to be on probation for 5 years after that. And the gag is, baby, you're 15. You better hope as a kid under 18, you're able to get this expunged from your record. But you still going to have 5 years of probation. And it's giving supervised probation. But that's what they say. But it might not be supervised, you know what I'm saying? You might not be supervised, girl, but you may still have to pay whatever fines or whatever. You might not be supervised to where you got to report to somebody all the time. But you still going to be on probation, though, girl. Okay? And within that 5 year time frame, you're going to be about, 21 years old? Girl, you better hope once you get out of this, you're able to apply to a college and get accepted. You know what I'm saying? Like all off of a phone that you could have got as soon as the class was over. Like, girl, I cannot. But that's what you get. That is what you get. And you better pray, like I said, that they expunge this from your record. Since this is like a first offense for you. Girl, and I know your mama hot, but if you got the type of, if you're the type of child that gives your mama a lot of issues, your mama probably going to be glad your ass is going off. She's probably going to be glad that you're going to be going off so that she don't have to deal with your bullshit right now. Okay? But girl, that's crazy. That's crazy, girl. And then here's the other thing. They're also talking about in different states putting pow-pows in the classroom. I saw something where they're willing to give teachers about, $20,000 or something to have pow-pows in the classroom. Now, understand they might be doing that for the protection of kids due to a lot of school shootings that happen, right? Well, girl, do y'all not think about y'all kids that want to run up on these teachers? Y'all need to be careful, because one day these teachers going to take their items out and they're going to be pow-powing y'all kids in the classroom. You ain't got to worry about somebody coming into the school doing a Columbine situation, because it's going to be the teachers that's not going to fight your kids. They're going to pop your kids. Okay? So y'all better get something together on teaching these kids what they need to know before they go up in somebody's classroom, because y'all be over here thinking y'all Billy Bad. You feel what I'm saying? And it's going to be crazy if the teachers end up getting off like these cops do when they sit up here. They be clapping other individuals as well for absolutely no reason because they scared. So, good. Y'all, good. Listen, I don't feel bad for this little girl for real. I don't. Everybody else going to be graduating on time looking at you laughing like, yeah, we remember that girl. You're the joke of the school at this point. Yikes. But y'all gonna leave y'all thoughts and comments down below, girl. How y'all feel about this? Do y'all think the punishment was too harsh or no? Let me know, honey. Let's go ahead and move on. What else do we have here? Tyrese, girl, this is crazy. So y'all know I came to y'all on a live earlier this week where we talked about Tyrese and how he was calling on Martin Luther King Jr. III. He was calling on Ben Crump and media people. He was just calling on a lot of people to come to the front and come to his court session to support him because he felt as though he had a racist judge and his judge was, I guess biased, unfair as far as him having to, wanting him to pay $10,000 a month for child support. Now, what I'm learning is that Tyrese didn't like the fact that he had to pay that $10K. Now, he paid child support, but he didn't pay the $10K that they told his ass to pay. Okay? He also came to the front and talked about how that judge called his ex-wife a bitch, the same woman that I don't know if she's mixed or not, but he referred to her as his black queen. Now you divorced from her and you got to pay her all this money. She was your queen to be at some point, so you should have no issue paying her and that money and for your child. Okay, you know what I'm saying? But anywho, he ended up having that court hearing that he requested everybody to show up to, and they did not show up to because clearly Ben Crump has had his hands very tied. I don't know what the hell Martin Luther King Jr. III is doing. I don't know what he's doing. Okay, but let's read what they're saying. Okay, they're saying the "How You Gonna Act Like That" singer was in Fulton County Court on Tuesday battling Samantha Lee Gibson in court over refusing to pay $10,000 a month in child support. They're saying, according to TMZ, the singer was ordered to pay back in August, but felt that the amount was excessive, along with the judge being racist and biased against him. Tyrese called on people such as Martin Luther King III and civil rights attorney Ben Crump to come support him. However, they supposedly never showed up. Judge Kevin Farmer held the actor in contempt of court for refusal to pay. He must pay $237,944 in back child support for their daughter, Soraya, and $399,000 for Samantha's attorney fees. Girl, I need to see when they got divorced. Wait a minute. I need to see. When did they get divorced, child? Okay, so they got divorced back in 2022. Tyrese Gibson petitions for new judge in divorce case following heated. Okay, so that was in 2022. Okay, so wait. So they tied the knot in 2017, but announced their split in a joint statement released December 2020. So let's just do 2021, 2022. For me, whether I like Tyrese or not, whatever the case is, I do think, to me, let me do this. Let me see, though. To me, I do think $240,000 in back child support is a bit excessive to me. My question does come, does he have the records, the receipts to show that he has properly taken care of that girl starting January 2021 since his wife and he separated? Now, granted, the judge is ordering him to pay $10,000, which is why he's able to backdate it all the way back to when they got that divorce. But if Tyrese has records of showing that he paid for schooling or he paid for this or he paid for that, and if he can prove that, then I still feel like the judge is being biased and not taking into consideration those receipts and things that man has. Now, if you don't have those receipts, that is your fault, because you should have been documenting everything. Therefore, the $237,000, like damn near $238,000 does make sense, because I did a calculation on $10,000 for 24 months, which is roughly about $240,000. going that far back, but it looks like the judge may have gave him a little break or shaved something off, which was probably like maybe $2,000, I guess, because it looks like he owes $238, and that's just in back child support. So for me, no, I do think it's a bit excessive, but when that is being faced in front of you, you have to prove that you actually contributed so that that number can come down possibly, right? As far as her attorney's fees, I guess this is her divorce attorney that he's having to pay $400,000? Oh, wow. I don't know what to say about that. I don't know what to say. I mean, you probably, hey, you got it. You should be able to get it. So, I mean, like, well, $399,000. Listen, I don't think Samantha can afford $9,000. $99,000 on no damn attorney. But at the same time, I don't know if he should have to pay all of it. Like, I just be feeling differently about this. Like, I know a lot of people want to hop on the hate men train and stuff like that. I can't always do that. I can't always do that. But if you got it, pay it. But just because he's ordered to pay all of this, and also because he may have lived a certain lifestyle or continues to live a certain lifestyle, doesn't mean that he should have to fork up all of that damn money for that. Because I'm just thinking about if that was me. Like, I'm not finna pay. Yeah, appeal, bitch. Appeal. I'm not. Now, see, Your Honor, I'll pay the 10 in child support. But if you think I'm gonna pay $400,000 for a fucking attorney, I'm not saying go get their attorney. Why I gotta pay $400 or something? Like, what the fuck? But see, Tyrese, some part of me feels like this because I'm conflicted. Like, I hear you. I do. I hear you. But at the same time, why not pay 10 racks for your child? That's another, like, you know that you can afford $10,000. And we wouldn't have even been here had you just paid the $10,000. Like, you could have just took care of that. Now, if you feel like, as I said in the beginning, that you had already contributed in some fashion or whatever, this is what you were typically giving her a month, and she has proof saying to you that this is perfectly fine, then present those receipts. You know what I'm saying? But, like, I don't know. I feel conflicted. Like, how are y'all feeling about this whole Tyrese thing? They're saying that Tyrese will also have to cough up another $17,000 for the special master appointed by the judge to handle minor disputes in the case. See, this is, I'm sorry. Like, we could like Tyrese. We could not like Tyrese. But the judge is definitely on some, I seen your social media shit. I saw what you was talking. I hate that you're a rich black man, and I'm finna eat your ass up. I mean, I'm finna keep you trying to incite a mob on me and bring people into my courtroom and try and make me look bad, this, that, and the other. I'm on your ass then. And now you got to pay an additional $17,000 for the special master. Then I want you to pay all her attorney fees, which is $400,000 for an attorney. $400,000 for an attorney? For 2 years? What the fuck? Now, what? Now, I've already gone over and over about the whole $238,000, you know. I've already talked about that. But, girl, I don't know, y'all. I am giving the side eye to the judge. I am giving a little bit of, of a side eye to the judge. I am. I'm not going to even lie, but I'm still feeling like Tyrese, you could have just paid this 10 racks a month and we wouldn't even be here. You could have just paid whatever he said. If you wanted to dispute it that when you came back into the courtroom, because I don't know how things were handled in the courtroom or whether he was able to present any proof or not. But you should have shown proof of what you've already given. Now, they may not have changed the $10,000, but they may have lowered that $238,000 and said, oh, okay, well, I see that you've contributed X, Y, Z, so we'll subtract that from this, and then here it is. But still moving forward, you still got to pay the $10K. But we still ended up here because at the end of the day, you didn't want to pay the $10K. But that's your child. Like, what do you want her to do? That's your child. I don't know, y'all. I feel like more than one thing could be wrong in this case. And it's giving the judge and it's also giving Tyrese. But either way, good luck. Let's keep going if there's more, and there is not. Okay? That is all that I have for y'all. Y'all go ahead and hop down in the comments Let me know your thoughts about everything that we just talked about, okay? Really want to hear your thoughts, primarily on this Tyrese situation. I know I'm already ready for the comments. So the people like, nah, he got it, pay it. He got it, he pay it. You know what I'm saying? I know there's a lot of people in the she-man men haters club, because it's what? He-woman haters club? He-man woman haters club? So is it called she-man men haters club? That's probably what it's called. But anywho, or she-woman men's haters club, one of the two. Y'all know what I mean. But y'all go ahead and hop down in the comments and get y'all thoughts. That's all I got. I'm JamiThatsMe. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at JamiThatsMe. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.